Hey there, welcome back to Tim Talks Cooking. Today we are talking meatloaf, my friends. You heard me right, that's keto meatloaf. And as it turns out, today is Mother's Day 2019. And you know what? When you think of mom, don't you think of comfort food? Meatloaf is right in that category. Why don't you make your mom a meatloaf? She's gonna love it. Let's get started. Here's what you'll need to make this great meatloaf. Starts off with a pound each of ground pork and ground beef. I also have one small yellow onion that I've diced fairly finely and 2 cloves of garlic that I've minced. Also, a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, a tablespoon of Dijon mustard, that might be sort of a heaping tablespoon, 2 large eggs. You're also going to want some freshly ground black pepper, some kosher salt. I also have here a tablespoon of Italian seasonings and a teaspoon of smoked paprika, and my secret ingredient, a tablespoon of Asian chili paste, and I'll put the link up here for my recipe for that on the screen. You'll also want enough of my sugar-free ketchup to coat the meatloaf in once we've shaped it. I'll put a link to that up on the screen here. We're going to start off by cooking our onions and garlic a little bit. The onions will remain crunchy in the meatloaf if we don't saute them first, and I really like to have them soft. I think they also taste better this way. Let's start with a couple of tablespoons of oil. This is extra virgin olive oil. You could use any oil that you like, of course. And my skillet's been heating up over medium-high heat for a couple of minutes now. You got a little bit of a sizzle going on there. Yeah, that'll work. You get them in there. I'm just going to sweat these. I'm also going to put the garlic in at the same time, unusually. Now I'm going to turn the heat down to medium here. Give them a toss. And we're going to let them cook for about 5 minutes. I'm going to keep an eye on them pretty closely too. It's about 2 minutes later, and you can see we're sweating away. This is looking good. You want to preheat your oven to 375 degrees while we're doing this. Now it's about 2 or 3 minutes later, and you can see these are pretty much what we want. They're nice and translucent, even a bit of a yellow color. That's actually from the oil. But we don't want to caramelize them, and we don't want to burn that garlic. So I'm going to turn the heat off, and we're going to go back over to the counter. Next, we're going to beat our 2 eggs, just to make sure they combine well, and they're easy to combine here. I'm also going to add to this the flavorings. Here we've got our Asian chili paste. Again, the secret ingredient. You're going to love this in there. Everyone who has this is going to go, what is that wonderful flavor in the background? A little Worcestershire sauce, the Italian seasonings and paprika, the Dijon mustard, and some salt. Here we want at least a half a teaspoon, and a nice amount of freshly ground black pepper. Give that a nice stir. And next, we're going to mix it together with our meat, and of course I've got the garlic and onion saute in there as well. You've seen me do this before. The easiest way, I'm taking my wedding ring off, is just to use your hands, and I'm going to go ahead and pour that in there. And just go ahead and dig in. Don't overmix your meatloaf or it will become kind of tough. This should be just fine. And now I'm going to shape it into a loaf and put it onto my baking sheet. And here I'm just going to shape it into the meatloaf shape that I want. There you go. Look like the one Mom used to make pretty much? I'm kind of thinking it does. Now let's make it really look like Mom's meatloaf. We're going to give it a nice coating of ketchup here. And then it goes to our 375 degree oven for 45 to 50 minutes. Then we're going to check to make sure it's done with a meat thermometer. It's been 45 minutes and my timer just went off. Now here I've got my quick read thermometer, Stick that right in the center and make sure it reads 165 before we... There we go, 165. So now we're going to let this rest for at least 20 minutes before we slice it. And here we are after 20 minutes. Let me just show you how it looks on the inside here. Cut off a nice big slice. And there you can see, nice and done all the way through, and I think it looks great. Smells great too, and I believe it's time for a taste. So good. Such a great combination of flavors, and this is tender and juicy. I really think you and Mom are going to like it. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. I love you. Listen, thanks to everybody for watching today. I hope that you'll try this recipe and that you will like, share, comment, and especially subscribe to my channel. It'll help you find my videos, and it also helps my channel grow. We'll catch you next time at Tim Talks Cooking.